The UNF Ospreys are on their way to the Final Four of the ASUN Championship, and UNF head coach Tim Parenton and the ASUN leader in saves, Brandon Reitz, join us right now here on River City Hardball. Guys, appreciate the time. Coach TP, what has it been like for you guys this season? Now you're playing good ball going into the ASUN Championship Final Four.
It's been a great year. It's been a tough year. All the COVID stuff, every week guys taking tests, doing things, and, having 1 week canceled, having to change his schedule up. It's been a tough year, but the guys have handled it well, both on and off the field. And that's the one thing I can tip my hat to. Our guys have showed up every week, ready to go, and we just got better each week.
Brandon, thanks for joining us early this morning. What's the season been like for you?
It's been interesting, definitely, to say the least, but it's also been a lot of fun. This is probably the best team I've ever been around, to be honest with you. Both on and off the field, everybody gets along. We've made the most of it, and we're just enjoying the ride, so it's fun.
It's interesting, Brandon, that you say that, because I was talking a few days ago with Alex Katchler, and he comes over as a grad transfer this year and has had a tremendous season. And he said similar things about, the makeup of this team being one of the best teams he's been around, because he said, I had some good guys at Methodist, but when he came to Jacksonville and started playing at UNF, he felt that team camaraderie too.
Yeah, I've been on multiple teams over the years as well. There's just something about this team that everybody, we just clicked from day one. There's really no issues that we had to deal with that other teams usually have to deal with throughout the entire season. So I don't know what it is about this team, but we all get along, we all have fun, and we all just play great together. So,
Tim, do you know what it is about this team that makes it such a good group?
Well, a lot of them, it's maturity. We have some older guys, we have some younger guys. And to be honest with you, I give them a lot of freedom and early in the year to see how they handle it. And then we didn't have to do anything. These guys took care of business from day one. Every now and then, just like every year, you're going to have a couple guys late here or late there. But the guys on the team take care of it. And that's the one thing that's a pleasure to be a coach of a team who really has the players take care of the problems, where the coach doesn't have to get involved. And, it all started in the fall where the COVID tests were started. And, we had the university had some rules that were put down, and, things started happening. And I just called them up. We did a meeting and we sat socially distanced with our mask on. And I told them, hey, you got to watch out for each other. And from that day forward, our guys did what they had to do. And it's great to be around them every day. I say, I love to go to practice every day and play games.
That's right. Speaking of taking care of business, 3 straight wins against Stetson has put you guys in the position that you're in right now in the ASUN Championship Final Four. What's it been like the last few days with those 3 wins in a row, Coach?
It's just another game, and that's what I tried to tell our guys all year. Yes, we do have big games. Tomorrow's a big game, but every day counts, every pitch counts, and you got to approach each one the same way. They're all new. You're never going to know what's going to happen, and you just go out there and play it and let the ball fall where it may. But, our guys show up and they do what they're supposed to do. They know what's going on, and they know their roles. And that's the big thing that this team has done. You just play every day. We played a tough schedule, just like everybody else here this weekend has played a tough schedule. So everyone's going to be the same and just go out there and battle.
Brandon, what can you take away from this 3-game winning streak that you guys have had?
The biggest thing out of everything is just how relaxed every single guy that's been playing has been. The moment hasn't been too big for anybody. Everybody's accepted the roles and the responsibilities that they have to do on the field. And we're playing as a unit right now, which it's the right time to have that happen. Especially going into this tournament, everybody's playing as a team. Even when we get down, we always seem a way to come back. And nobody gets overwhelmed when we're playing the game. If you look throughout the entire dugout, everybody's laughing, smiling. We're serious, but we're also enjoying it as well.
Coach, some pretty good pitching performances for you over the last few days. Austin Bogart and Tony Rocca are really performing well for you to get you to this point.
Yeah, they have. And we also know that they're going to continue to do that. The bottom line is we want to throw strikes and make guys put balls in play. Our defense has been up and down, but, the guys make the plays when we have to. And we know that we have 5 or 6 guys down in the bullpen that we can put in at any time. We have the 3 at the end of the game that really solidifies a lot of our thinking throughout the game for pitching stuff. And we have a couple of guys that can come in and hold it over for a couple of innings. So, that's big when you go into a tournament. I've been around this stuff for a long, long time. And to win a tournament, you're going to have to use a lot of guys in the bullpen because of the time of the year we're at. And especially here with the heat starting to hit right now.
And speaking of guys out of the bullpen, Brandon, I've got you for 9 saves this year that leads the A-Sun. What's it been like for you to come out there and close out a bunch of ball games this year?
I'm loving this new role that I'm in. I'm having more fun in baseball than I ever have, I think. I just enjoy finishing the game. It's adrenaline rush. It is exhilarating. It's everything. And I love being the person that everybody has to depend on to finish the game. I can't say anything else other than that. It's awesome.
Brandon, it's a different mindset as a closer, isn't it?
It's a complete different mindset going from starting to now closing.
Take us through that. What about it is different? I know it's completely different, but tell us about it.
There's some aspects that are still the same. Of course, I know when I have to go down to the bullpen. I know when I'm going to pitch, which is a lot similar to starting. Of course, I can still get into the same mental aspect and kind of prepare myself. But the difference between starting and closing is the adrenaline rush that comes with it. When you start, you kind of have to just stay level-minded, stay flat throughout the entire start. But with closing, it's, hey, it's your time, go to the bullpen, do whatever you have to do. You have the 9th, so get your 3 outs.
Coach, have you seen, what have you taken away from Brandon's transition to that bullpen role?
He's accepted it with open arms. A lot of guys don't. When they starters, they still want to be the starting guy. He had to learn a few things. Starting pitchers take 20 to 30 minutes to get ready. Closing guys need about 3 minutes, maybe 2 sometimes when we take the lead in the 8th and all of a sudden it's boom, let's go. And that's one thing Brandon had to learn. And we did some things that we probably shouldn't have early, tried to stretch him a couple of innings here and there. But I think he's ready to go as much as we need him right now. He's learned the role of how to go down there and get himself ready to go and hold pitches back instead of throwing 20, 30, 40 down there. He learned how to do it in 8 or 9, so he gets his 8 on the field, and that's his 18 to go, and that's what he has to do. And it's a learning process. People don't understand that. And when you put a closer in a ball game, when it's not on the line, he's a different pitcher. And I've been saying that for a long time. Closers are different guys when they get that mentality that I'm going out there for 3 and I'm getting it done. But when you put them out there in an 8 or 9 run ball game, they're out there and they're trying to work on stuff, and they're not workers. They're just going to get it. That mentality is go get it, go get it, go get it. You can watch it in pro ball all the time when they put a closer out there just to get work in. All of a sudden, he's throwing 25 or 30 pitches when he usually throws 8 or 9 in an inning. So he's done a great job for us, and we compliment him for doing it. And that's the greatest compliment you can give a guy. I mean, he went from a starter to a closer, and that's hard to do when you're a 5th-year senior, a COVID senior coming back.
Brandon, was there any point during this year where it had been a couple saves under your belt or one particular game where you said, okay, I've got this closer thing down?
I think I was honestly fortunate. It was probably the first game of the year. Coming in bases loaded at Florida State and shutting that down and getting 3 outs and them not scoring a run. So I think that definitely helped my mental aspect, is knowing, okay, I can do this now. And then from then on, still to this day in the season, that was probably the hardest outing I've had this entire year. And so I think I was very fortunate. From game 1, I was like, okay, I can do this.
Brandon, I haven't had the opportunity yet to watch you close a game out. What do you throw? What's your pitch mix?
So I'm sidearm, actually. So I am heavy on the fastballs, and then I throw a slider every now and then when I need it. But I try to just go right at the guys with fastballs.
And Coach, sometimes a closer only needs maybe 1 or 2 pitches, right?
Yeah, but he does a great job. His angle is pretty good, and most down under guys don't throw as hard as Brandon does. But his slider, when it's working, it's just as good as that fastball he throws. He's got a pretty good one, and he can mix a changeup in there every now and then just to change a guy's eye level. So he's learned how to do it. He knows what to go to, and we just let him go do his thing.
What's your fastball velocity right now, Brandon?
Oh, I range. I'm anywhere between 90 and 94.
Okay, good stuff. Good
So,
stuff.
It depends on the day.
Yeah. What's your favorite pitch to throw in a clutch situation?
I would say probably a fastball up. Usually they're going to swing, and if you get it up high enough, they're most likely going to miss it. I think the swing and miss is probably the best strikeout.
You agree with that, Coach?
I do agree with it. He goes out there, and they know what's coming. I mean, everybody in the country has scouting reports nowadays, the way things are going. And they know he's going out there just to throw it right by him, but he's got enough movement and he's got enough location ability to get it done.
A few more minutes here with you guys. Really appreciate the time. UNF on their way to the Final Four of the ASUN Championship. They'll play Kennesaw State coming up tomorrow afternoon. Coach, speaking of scouting reports, give me the scouting report on Kennesaw.
Kennesaw's got a very good starting pitcher in Jake Rice. He's a transfer in from Presbyterian. He's got great numbers, doesn't allow a lot of runs, doesn't allow a lot of hits, has strikeouts per inning, very good. They have 4 power guys. They're like everyone else in the country right now. They got some COVID kids coming back. They got a couple outfielders that can go. They got a catcher that can go. They got a shortstop who was a conference all-player 2 years ago before the COVID thing came in. So they're a good ball club. They beat good teams just like we beat good teams. They finished second on their side. We finished second on our side. So it's going to be a great matchup. And this series goes way back into the NAIA Division I, Division II championships with Kennesaw State when North Florida was playing baseball when they started off. So it's a big challenge for our guys, and they're a good club. They got everything. They do everything. They run. They got a couple of guys who can run. I mean, they just play sound baseball, hopefully like we're going to play.
Brandon, what takes your eye to anything in particular on this Kennesaw State matchup?
Honestly, we are focusing more on ourselves than anything. I mean, we know they're a great baseball team, but at the end of the day, we believe in ourselves. We believe in our abilities. So we're just going to go out there, continue to play how we've been playing, especially how we played against Stetson. And hopefully at the end of it, we come out on top.
TP, who have been some guys recently, whether it be in the 3-game winning streak or even further beyond that, who have stepped up for this UNF team, whether it be pitching, hitting? Who stepped up recently for you?
Well, I can go through our whole lineup because every day it's somebody different. Alex Caxton has been there all year. He's been, really good all year. Abraham Sakara comes and goes. He came the other day against Stetson in a big bases loaded triple. Aiden Sweat has been there every single day for us. Isaiah Byers, Ricky Fresno got a couple of hits this past couple of days. Blake Maribel is probably one of the best defensive outfielders I've seen in a long, long time for us. And then along with that, in the last month, he's been putting the ball over the fence for us a few times that won a couple of ball games. So, I'm really proud of Blake, probably the most down the stretch because he's blossomed a little bit. He's opened up. He talks a little more. He has fun. I can see him having a little more fun and worrying all the time, but it's like Brandon said earlier, it's a team effort. I mean, we can turn around and we bring a guy off the bench and boom, he gets a base hit or he hits a sacrifice fly ball. And they've all worked hard each day. And that's the one thing as a coaching staff, I think we try and do is prepare every single person the exact same way every day. Yes, some guys want extra swings, some guys want extra ground balls, and we'll be there for them. But we try and prepare everybody to go when their number's called. And this team right here, they are a team. They've done it that way.
Yeah, Blake Maribel has been terrific. Some of those catches I've spoken to Blake about, the one against Florida State. He's had like 3, I think, that he's robbed home runs for. The one against Stetson a couple Saturdays ago was pretty amazing too. Brandon, last few things here for you. what about you? Any of your teammates that have caught your eye recently that have, man, that guy's really playing well?
I definitely have to talk about my two roommates. So Blake Maribel and Austin Bogart are my two roommates, and it's always fun after the game. We come home, we'll just hang around and talk, and it seems like one of them always has a good game. If one doesn't, the other one does. Bogey going out there, and he's been tremendous pitching for us, and then Blake seems like he either makes a web gem in the outfield or a home run, and then so we all have a little friendly kind of competition on like, all right, who had the better day today? And then definitely the younger kids, like Aiden Sweat, he's stepped up for us. He's transitioned into the college role, the Division I role, probably better than I've seen anyone else that was a freshman step up to the plate. And then our backside of the bullpen, of course, I'm part of that, but I think those guys, so Eddie Miller and Stephen Halstead, they go out there and they just do their job every single time. So I know that takes pressure off TP. And so that's kind of what we pride ourselves on, is we want to make TP and Coach Boss's decisions a lot easier. And so I'm proud of them for stepping up and making that easier for the coaches.
Great stuff. TP, final thing, what's your message to your guys going into tomorrow's game against Kennesaw State?
One pitch at a time. It's been that from day one. One pitch at a time. Can't look forward. If something goes wrong, something good's going to happen the next pitch. So you just got to keep looking forward, and every pitch counts. Every pitch counts. 27 outs. That's really it. That's what we've been saying all year. And if you look at baseball, that's really what happens pretty much. If you get ahead of yourself, things come back and bite you. But if you just keep on grinding, excuse me, good things are going to happen.
You guys are grinding. You won 3 in a row, and you're looking for more here in the ASUN Championship Final Four. Brandon Reitz and Tim Parenton from the University of North Florida, the Ospreys, play tomorrow afternoon against Kennesaw State, a 3 o'clock start from home. What's that going to be like, Coach? You're playing at home for the ASUN Championship.
It's great to be home. It's great for our kids to be able to have an air-conditioned place to go in when it's 90-something outside and wait, go in the cage, take their BP. They're familiar with it. It's just a great thing to be at home.
Guys, I wish you the best of luck. Thanks for a few minutes this morning.
Thank you, Andrew. Have a great one.